We'll know when we get up there because it's a lovely run. But through here you would expect to pick up a fish like that. That's a nice fish. That's a very nice one. And for all my hating on a hotspot pheasant tail, taking it off like moments before I went up in that tree, hotspot pheasant tails caught this beautiful brown trout. That is spectacular. Hey everyone, it's a lovely day here on the river, and I thought today I would do another video where essentially I just stream myself fishing up. So put the camera on, let it roll, fish up, show you all the fly changes, show you the tangles, show you the fish, and you'll kind of see how I move around the river. And it's just such a nice day to let it roll, listen to the birds, listen to the water, find some fish. So I'm going to cross the river here. I've got my nymphing rod, line reel, everything set up. I'll be able to fish nymphs off that. I'll also be able to do a bit of nymph under dry if I see some fish move, or if I think they're up on that, you know, like the edge up there. But you know, we'll see. But it'll be a bit of fun. So let's go. Always got a deceptive amount of push this river. All right, well, it's actually a lot different to what I thought it was going to be. I was expecting to be doing a lot of double nymphing, fishing a heavy single nymph through the big water, but because it's low, it looks like I can get away with fishing a nymph under dry up this kind of side of the water at least. And then I guess I can, if I don't catch them like that, I can always come back and double nymph in, you know, the stuff over there and the deeper stuff. So yeah, I think for a start, well, what I've rigged up is I've got nymph under dry on my Euro nymphing rod. My indicated dry there is a tabernas. And then my nymph is a hotspot pheasant tail and a 2.5mm bead there. And the coolest thing is you can actually get all of these flies in my fly range now online at flylife.com.au. So you can actually buy all my fly range that I use in all these videos, and we've got some other flies there as well, like some of your classics and favorites. So I'm going to start with this. Let's see. There's rafters, it's all happening. It's really busy on the river, so it wouldn't surprise me if they're a little bit patchy, or they're kind of like tucked to the banks, or they're in like the really fast water up the top. But only one way to find out, and that's to fish through. Typically I kind of fish through when I start. I'm going to fish through my water quite quickly and just get a feel for what's happening. I don't want to kind of get too bogged down in any single piece of water if it's not good. I want to just kind of keep ticking through, keep trying to find what's happening on the day. So it looks nice out there. The question is, are the fish going to come up and eat? And are they there, I guess, is the other question as well. You can always put a heavier nymph on under this dry as well. I could put like a 3mm bead on and just try and fish some of the faster stuff and still have the each way bet, give them the option of the dry. I think I'm just going to tick up this edge pretty quickly here with the nymph and the dry. That'll give me an idea if they're up along this edge in the softer kind of stuff. And for the video's sake, I don't want to fish too slowly, because then visually it gets quite boring as well. So that's a nice stick. Come on. Nice caddis bobbing his way down over there. It's actually getting a little bit deeper as I'm wading up. It's kind of got a deceptive amount of depth, even in this mid-pace sort of stuff. I kind of didn't expect that. So if I don't hit a fish here, nymph under dry, I might be forced to go 2 nymphs, like 2 3mm beads. And instead of just, you know, looking for these longer drifts like I'm looking for now, I might thoroughly grid this kind of piece here. Because there would definitely be fish, you know, out on that line there. There's so much undulation, there's so many rocks that come up, and there'll be little soft pockets in amongst the fast water there. That's a good spot for one though. Just not really feeling that. Let's make a change. I know it's only been, well, like 4 minutes, but some days you can just kind of get a feel for if they're going to eat it, if they're not. So I'm just tying on, I'm going to tie on 2 3mm beads here. It's a really nice thing. Like, I like to fish all of my nymph under dry off a dropper, because it just makes it so easy for me to change in and out, change flies, change weights. You can go to a dry, you can go to a nymph. So I've just put a 3mm heron partridge on the top there. I'm going to take off this hotspot pheasant tail, which is in a 2.5mm bead, and I'm going to put on the same pattern in a 3mm bead here. Perfect. Right, now we can just kind of, what I'm going to do is, just to make sure I don't miss any or don't rush through this water, I'm just going to kind of grid my way across. I'll have a lot more depth. My nymph will be getting a better drift than it did under the dry. And I can just kind of grid my way across the river, come back, work up again. I can utilize the swing as well of the nymphs and kind of comb some water, so like occasionally I can let my flies go beneath me there, swing down, and then I'm just very thorough. There's one there like that. Just thoroughly cover the water and make sure I don't leave any behind me, like I clearly did with the nymph under dry. Hello, Rainbow. You were almost scripted for me, thank you. Okay. And there, I mean, that really shows you the value in changing, because, you know, you think you fish through them pretty well, but sometimes they're just not going to move, or they're not going to come up, or they want a different drift or a different presentation. So don't be afraid to mix it up. It always, this river just amazes me how it always has a deceptive amount of push to it. Just going to swing this through as well, because I didn't really fish that. I'm thinking the top right corner of this run up here will be best. Flies a little bit of animation. I'm kind of cheating here. My drifts aren't super nice, but I just want to make sure I've put a few flies through this stuff that I didn't really fish because I was whizzing up the side with the nymph under dry. Now I've done that, I just want to make sure I get some onto that far side. It's got so much more depth here than I thought it did. Make sure I got one up into there. Okay. It's really interesting. It's like there's no current up here, very little. It just rockets down that far side. I'm not needing to cast too far here because it's not deep, especially on the side. The time with your Nymph cast where you want to cast further is where you need to get the flies up and give them time to get down. So I'm lengthening my cast out a little bit here, but I feel I could also go to maybe jump up in bead size again on the point, just to make sure I'm getting my flies down and into that zone early. There's one there. But he ate the top dropper, so probably okay. It's probably I just need to find them. But I feel like I'm on the right technique now. At least I'm coming into the better water in this run. It's a nice rainbow. Come here, matey. Nice strong fish. I typically have my drag on my reels just set to like free spool as well, because the worst thing is having your drag set too heavily and then he darts off. That's a brown actually, a really silver brown. Nothing worse than having it set too tight and then they go for a run and your hook pulls. Come here, mate. That is one strong, healthy brown trout. You're so silver. That is a lovely trout. Thank you, mate. Alright, that's good. Good. So they're just eating. Those ones have eaten a 3mm heron partridge on the top dropper. Just changed that hook because it had like a little burr in it after I got that fish popped off. Sometimes that happens just with all hooks. You feel like the slightest kind of nick there, and I never want to, if I can, I never want to have, you know, a compromised hook point or anything, just because you're always like another cast away from a fish of a lifetime, or a really nice fish, or, you know, a fish that saves a tough day on the water or a tough trip or something like that. So I would always rather change it, because you can always get more flies and tie more flies, but sometimes you can't find more fish. does feel, this main current feels too fast for my flies that I've got on. I reckon I need a 3.5 on the point. But I'll just flick one right into the back corner here. Even then though, I feel like I'd like a 3.5 to get it down early. Oh, that was the world's best stick take. I was just giving that a jig, going jig, 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 and then just locked up into the world's best willow branch, I'm guessing. It's just popped out. Come on, that looks nice through there. Got some more rafters incoming. Might be a good opportunity for me to add some weight to my flies. Come on, that's a nice drift. That's slowed up beautifully. Hey there. Oh, just missed him. Even saw the flash when I felt the dunk. That's a bad cast. This is a really nice pocket there. It looks like there's a little bit more depth as I hook the bottom in that pocket. Cast just slid a little bit too far across for my liking. Just going to change this point fly and add a little bit of weight because I'm not catching them on this beautiful shallow stuff on the edge. Which means I surely should hit a nice one in the middle here. All right, let's see how this goes. It's always such a balance between fishing light and fishing too heavy. So you don't want to fish too heavy so that you lose, you know, the natural drift that you're trying to achieve. Because if you go too heavy in the wrong water, it just goes like that. But if you go too light, sometimes the fish in that fast water, they're just not going to come up. They can be bunkered right down on the bottom and can be quite painful. Dodge this tree. Ooh. Wow, that blows my mind. I haven't caught more here. How's it going?
Hello there. Sorry to interrupt you, please.
No, you're cool.
There you go. You kept catching them?
I got a couple through there, but slower than I would have thought.
Yeah.
But we'll see, there's time.
Hello, mate.
How you going?
Good.
All right, just gonna quickly work through this stuff here, because you often find small ones in this shallow, you know, quick riffly stuff. Even though the guys did just raft through there. Don't think it's the rafters or anything that's putting them off. I think they're just being a little bit funny at the moment. Make a few drifts through here because we've got more rafts coming. Oh, that's bad. Very bad. Oh no, it's not too bad, look. Peculiar. G'day. I got a couple, but a little slow at the moment, but
Beautiful.
such a nice day.
At least you got a couple.
Yeah, I feel like jumping in the water like you now though. How you going? Yeah, good man. Okay. Have a work up through here. Got a little bit more depth to work with, which will be interesting. Because maybe You know, with the low river, the fish have kind of dropped out of the skinny shallow runs. Or dropped out in number, that is. Definitely going to have to up my fly weight though. They're definitely going to be in this stuff. It looks way better than what I just was fishing. Just because it's got some depth. Some nice depth. Okay, top dropper, I'm going at 3.5 black and blue and in for the silver bead, just because I like to give them different bead color, different bead options, just to see kind of what is going on. I mean, that's the whole point of this, is to kind of show you how, you know, an hour on the water or so builds, or may not build, but at least the process that I try to go about in getting there. And then pheasant tail's coming off because it's been bad. It hasn't touched a fish. So I'm gonna up to a slightly heavier herring partridge. Let's see how that goes. So I think what we'll do, fish up through this nice kind of mid-pace stuff. Then you can see up there on the right, there's a nice chute coming in. So we'll fish our way up to that chute and probably wrap it up there. But hopefully we can just chip away, pick up a few more fish here and there, and it'll be all good. All right. I can get that little tip wrap out. There we go. Very swirly bit of current there. It's nice having that slightly slower current, enables you to offer that animation. It gives you the time to give that animation. In the really fast current, you kind of don't want to do it because it puts you out of contact with your flies. Whereas here you can go jig, 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 and you can still have really nice control. Come on, it has to be a fish in that shade there. Just want to hit that little pocket. I keep hitting that tree. I just want to hit that little slack pocket there. That's the one. not much else I feel I can really do with this water. The only other option would be to go to a single nymph to improve my drift. But I don't think that's why I'm not catching them. Just at the moment, that was a bad cast. Maybe they're just a little bit unsettled at the moment. A bit sloppy. No, the price you pay for striking at a fish. All right, let's grab that. Oh, that's painful. I just saw my nymphs land in there. All right. Sometimes it's a blessing in disguise having a slight setback like that, because retying your leader actually gives you time to just reflect and think about what's happening. It gives you kind of a little bit of a reset. So what I might do, re-rig here. Actually, even better idea, I'm going to swap my battery over in the GoPro because it's low. Alright, we're back. I just retied my leader then, I put more 7X on, and I've actually gone to a pink bead and a copper bead now, just because maybe it wasn't meant to be. Fishing the other bead colours I just tied on, they had a little bit of run through that nice water there, so we'll keep ticking on here. But we just need to find a couple of fish to get us back in the groove. Just build the confidence back that you're fishing the right type of water. But we'll know when we get up there, because it's a lovely run. But through here you would expect to pick up a fish like that. That's a nice fish. That's a very nice one. Ooh, dodge that hanging tree and someone's royal wolf up there. It's a nice brown. I think it's a brown. Yeah, that's a lovely one. Just goes to show, just keep ticking along. Oh, that's a beautiful fish. Come on. Typically when you're fishing light line like this, like I'm on the 7X Absolute Fluorocarbon by Scientific Angler, if you don't break them off on the strike on this light tippet, you typically don't break them off at all, because you've got such a nice rod, which is your shock absorber. It protects the tippet, so get through the take, and then it's just about managing the fish as best you can, so long as you keep him up and he doesn't run through a log jam or something, or around a rock. I'm just going downstream with him just because I don't want him to get beneath me. Come on, matey. And for all my hating on a hotspot pheasant tail, taking it off like moments before I went up in that tree, hotspot pheasant tails caught this beautiful brown trout. That is spectacular. Have a look at that. That fish is just gorgeous. The markings on his head there, like over near where his operculum is, that blue. That's a lovely fish. Oh, I'll drop you back in the net. Let's unhook you. The good thing about barbless hooks is they pop out so easily like that. Thank you, mate. He wants to go back down there. All right, that's good, we're working again. G'day. Yeah, good. How are you? No, it's no stress. I just got a lovely brown then. Yeah, so, but they've been a little patchy so far. How about yourself? What's sorry? Oh, it's lovely. There's another one there. Hey, we've just found them. What do we got? Another nice brown. Stay, get out of there. Go on. That brown did not want to go. That's a lovely spot. There's another one as I dodge the tree. I struck so softly on him because I knew this limb was here. Come here, matey. Nice pink beaded pheasant tail eater. Thank you, buddy. That's another nice one. A few in here. Another nice rainbow. It's just that little bit awkward to fish. Yeah. And it's amazing, it was so patchy, like the last little piece before wasn't particularly good.
Yeah.
That's a nice brown.
Not the same one over and over, is it?
Yeah. He just keeps swimming back into that pocket. It hasn't been like this the whole time I've been fishing though, that's for sure. Come here, buddy. Mixed. That's a rainbow, this one. The last one was a rainbow, the one before that was a brown. The one before that was a brown, yeah. It's got a little bit more depth, this, I feel, than where I just was in the little piece below. All right. Amazing how you just find them like this. probably just the depth,
Yeah.
like that one as well. Because I haven't fished anywhere as deep as this so far. Oh. Yeah, nice rainbow. Another pheasant tail eater. That's such a strong fish. Yeah, I do. Sorry, I'm trying to not let him swim towards you. It's okay, it's only a trout. There's no spikes or like...
Oh, no, yeah, it's fine.
Oh.
My arms are moving. Oh,
Come here, buddy. Come here, buddy. No, 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 no. That is such a nice, strong fish. Look at that. For a great rainbow. On a hotspot pheasant tail. As I drop him. Quick. Oh. Jeez, I was lucky not to break that off then. Pop this fly out. And get that lovely fish back. I mean, this just goes to show, glad I did this all in one take, because you would have seen at the start, it wasn't fishing very well for me. And I was just kind of kept chipping away, kept changed some fly patterns, changed technique to give myself confidence as much as anything. And then you come good. If you just consistently fish well, when the fish are in front of you, you can catch them, but you can't catch them if they don't want to eat. So it's just about finding them. Just got a half hitch in this dropper. You always want to make sure you take out these little hitches because they do weaken that line. Don't really need to worry as much on, you know, your heavier tippets and stuff, but if you're fishing, you know, fine, just nip this off. Then you definitely do. The easiest way to get those tangles out is do what I did if it's not coming, is just nip your fly off and then go for it again. Alright, we are back in action. That could have been bad. Is that back? No way, I've just thrown a half hitch straight back in there by just casting into that tree. Ah. Got him. Got him out. Okay, now I'm good. Let's not make that mistake again. Amazing how they've just been stacked up here though. I mean, you saw how bad, not bad it was, how slow it was earlier. Oh, I hit the bottom and the fish at the same time. I hit the bottom and the fish at the same time. Come here, mate. Where it snagged the stick on the bottom and simultaneously the fish ate. Alright. Still expecting maybe one more further across. Oh, gosh. Wow, that fish hit that hard. A nice one. The brown. I missed the net shot. Nice, nice brown. On pink beaded pheasant tail again. Oh, stay still, mate. You can go. Crazy that they're up shallow in here, like up in this stuff too. That's a good one. That's a really good one. Holy moly. That's a good brown, I reckon. That's a really good fish. Ooh, I want to take it nice and easy because my drop is probably like not as strong as it was after I had all those little half hitches, and he's eaten the top fly, I'm pretty sure, which is that pink beaded pheasant tail again. Oh, I think we're going down with him. That is such a nice fish. Yeah, it's another really nice brown, I reckon. Just goes to show it's worth throwing that swing in every now and again. Come on, mate, get your head up. You fought so much harder than your size. Get away from that log. I thought this fish was going to be like 2-3 pounds, and he's just like pounding a bit, but he's just a bullet. Fast water bullet. It's just a lovely strong fish. No, don't go there. Come on, mate, head up. Fine, especially with 2 fly rigs, you don't want to go for the net shot unless he's properly on top. Like, I'll hopefully show you. Because if you go digging for them and scooping with a 2 fly rig, you can do that with a 1 fly rig, but with 2, you often get your other fly hooked in the dropper. So once you get him on the top like that, you can get a pretty clean net shot. Wow, he's really heavy for his length. That's a cracking fish. Have a look at the... That is just such a strong fish. On the pink beaded pheasant tail. Pop that out. That is an absolute beauty. Pop you back in. You'll be all worn out, mate. What a fish. He's good. Whew. It's amazing what small flies good fish eat and how well they hold them too. And barbless hooks as well. Oh, let's work our way back up. Few more drifts here, and then we'll either fish that chute if that gentleman doesn't want to, or we'll wrap it up, I reckon. See if there's another one on the swing in that hole. Body position. Did you want to fish this run? I don't want to. You go. You fish it. I don't need to if you want to go. What's that? Oh, I don't mind. What's that? Yeah.
Nice to meet you, Tom.
Hey, how are you?
Nice to watch an expert. Andrew Close, nice to meet
How are you?
I've watched your videos.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it kept me sane through COVID.
Oh, nice. I've just been like filming one here,
Yep.
still recording, just like a non-stop
Yep.
1 hour
Yep.
to kind of show how it's not always amazing.
Yes.
Because I went the first half an hour barely catching anything.
Yep, yep.
And then you hit a spot like that and go bang, bang, bang.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, yep.
yeah.
So,
Yeah, well, do you want to fish this? I genuinely...
I'm happy just, I've got a dry fly.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
just going to fish with a dry. So
Yeah.
I can just start and I'll just start in that run and just
Sneak up the
out.
edge.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, but it is nice to meet you.
Oh,
nice
likewise.
to see, watch you fish in real
Oh,
life. Yeah.
cool, awesome.
Yeah.
That's so good.
Yeah.
Oh, lovely.
It's good.
No worries.
Yeah, good. Well, enjoy.
I will do. Thank you so much. All right. Good luck. See ya. All right. A lovely guy watches the channel, which is really cool. And he said it was just fun watching in real time. I'm gonna keep the same flies on, because I reckon, again, you know, getting the flies down right onto the bottom is pretty important here. So maybe I fished the first run too light. That's why I only caught the 2 out of it. I'm not sure. So we'll see. We'll hopefully poke another couple out of this. Or we might not catch any. It might have just been that one little hot spot where we went bang, bang, bang. But then we'll wrap it up. Oh, there he is. I reckon I missed him and foul hooked him on the tail. Yeah. Sorry, matey. Come on. Oh, I feel bad about that. Sorry. How does that happen? Such a small hook. He's probably eaten my top dropper and I've just missed him. Come on, sorry, mate. No, no, no. I just want to let you go. Thank you, buddy. There's another one. Oh, that's a nice one. They must have just come on the fish. I don't think it's me or where I am. Something must have just changed and they've all just gone bang. Come on, matey. Nice brown. Thank you, buddy. Man, they're slamming the pink bead pheasant tail. All right. This run could be good. Those flies don't annoy me. Might be a swingfish. Let's do a couple more grids here. Come on, that's a lovely drift. Good pace on the true seam. I'm actually thinking I might catch one out in this fast stuff. It's choppy and broken, but I don't think it's as quick as it looks. I think it's just because it drops off that chute up there. It makes it look epically fast. If I can get a long enough cast up, get the drift, get it down, get the indicator to slow in relation to the current on the surface. Surprised there hasn't been one on this little edge here. There he is. There had to be a mid-current fish out there, wide in the fast stuff. That's a strong one too. Oh, stay out of the log jam. No. That was down. Down in the fast stuff. I have a feeling that's going to be a strong rainbow. Stay out of that stuff. That's a lovely fish again. Everything's just so healthy at the moment in all the rivers around the state. I've just got to get below this fish so I can get a little bit more control, keep him out of that stuff. No, don't. He's wrapped himself up. Oh, bugger. That's another nice, beautifully coloured rainbow. We're going back downstream. It's the one problem, once they get below you, you step down, they just keep going down. And it's just a never-ending cycle of chasing them downstream. So as soon as I can get below him, I'm just going to swivel around and try and rotate my body and the rod and the pressure and get him up there so I can net him when he comes to the surface. If he comes to the surface. Head up, and now I gotta take the shot. That's a nice fish. Whew. That is such a good rainbow. Come here. That is a spectacular, very, very healthy, strong rainbow. Spare you off, mate. Oh, well, that is probably, it's about an hour, I think, all up. That's probably as good a place as any to wrap up, I reckon. Well, I hope you enjoyed watching this kind of stream. Like, something different, like watching an edited video. You kind of only see the good bits, you don't see the bad bits, you don't see the getting stuck in the trees, getting stuck on the rocks. And I thought it would be good just to show how the different pieces of water fished. Like I started, if I swivel around, I started down, my intro was down on the rocks there. Fished up through that first pit, only got the 2 there, had the tubers coming down, it didn't really work. Tinkered around a little bit, kept pushing on. To be honest, I didn't really change that much. And then came up here, I found the depth, hit the world's greatest honey hole over there and just went bang, bang, bang. Bumped into a lovely gentleman up there on the bank who watches the channel, who was really kind enough to let me fish a bit of that shoot where I just caught that last rainbow. And yeah, so hope you found that helpful. And don't forget, all the flies that I used here, you can buy them. So please go to flylife.com.au. You can also find the link to them in the description below. I'll add the specific patterns. They're custom patterns of mine tied to they're patterns that I use that are tied to my specifications essentially. So I've chosen the hooks, the proportions, the bead weights, all of that stuff. So please go check that out. And don't forget, descriptions to the gear, the nymphing gear, the lines, all of that stuff's in the link below there. You can also find your local Orvis stockist or SA stockist there. So check that out too. And yeah, let me know if you like this sort of content, because it's actually good for me to film. I only had a couple of hours to fish and I could just shoot out here, film, go through the whole thing and head home. So yeah, let me know if you liked it, and I'll see you next one. Thanks guys.